Now let's hear from your co-host.
Do any of you men have any eggs or the possibility of carrying a fetus? How dare you talk about what a fetus wants? You have no idea.
Just the question, please. No speech. What is the question?
What do you have to say to the trans students on this campus who feel actively victimized by your presence here?
Life's tough. Get a helmet, man. I'm too pregnant for this.
Candace Owens has been very vocal in her takes against woke culture, and for a long time, she has remained a constant critic of the left. In today's video, we will examine the moments when Candace Owens reacted to Whoopi Goldberg and other members of the CNN show, The View. Watch as Candace Owens completely humiliated Whoopi Goldberg and The View for their woke views and leftist ideologies.
Welcome back. For today's Counterpoint segment, I wanted to discuss the recent Supreme Court abortion case. Honestly, this isn't even about whether you're pro-choice or pro-life. I just do not like bad arguments. And the arguments that are coming from the left right now are absolutely bonkers. So let's start with absolutely bonkers, Joy Behar.
Candace Owens began her reaction by calling out Joy Behar for what Candace believes is an extremely hilarious view on the issue of abortion. Her exact argument is one that Candace decided to first call out on her reaction video against The View. Before we move on, I have a quick favor to ask. If you're enjoying this content, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Over 99% of our viewers watch without subscribing, and your support will help us share these topics with a wider audience. It only takes a few seconds. Have you hit that subscribe button? Awesome. Thank you so much for your support. Now, let's get back to the video.
They encourage all of that. It sells everything. Sex sells. Yeah. And yet when it comes to the reality of pregnancy, this particular group of people on the right in this country and these religious zealots do not understand the reality of what happens when you have sex.
In Joy Behar's view, the fact that sex is everywhere, on the media and in every part of society, should set the stage for a reality that causes unwanted pregnancies to exist. And in her opinion, those who are pro-life are only being in denial of the reality that abortion is a requirement for such society to function. Now, let's look at Candace Owens' reaction to Behar's take on the issue.
I don't think she knows that it's not pronounced shesh, but we'll pretend that there's an H somewhere in there. For counterpoint number one, I want to say, yes, Joy Behar, you are correct. Sex is everywhere. Our culture is sick. That isn't an argument, that's a diagnosis. We have an increasingly sick culture here in America.
Candace Owens began immediately by supporting Behar's views on the fact that sex is everywhere in society today. In Candace's views, the proliferation of the entire system with nudity and sex has led to an increase in the sickening of the public and the desensitization of everyone to nudity. Still, Candace went further to call this only a diagnosis of the symptoms of the problem and not the root cause nor the actual solution to the argument regarding abortion.
We understand that when a culture promulgates promiscuity, it leads to people engaging in unfulfilling, unprotected sex. Far from your assessment that we don't understand what happens when you have sex, we understand exactly what happens. Children are the consequence. Life is the consequence.
Contrary to what Joy Behar pointed out, Candace Owens remarked that the conservatives on the left actually understand what the consequence of sexual proliferation in society is far better than the left, who, in Candace's views, actually encourage society to have unprotected sexual encounters, regardless of the fact that children will be born. And saying otherwise is just an attempt to shift the blame on religious zealots, who are known to push for abstinence because they understand that unprotected sex can lead to unwanted pregnancies.
The atheist zealots, the ones who have normalized sex-laden aspirin commercials that don't quite understand what happens when you have unprotected sex. And then when they find out, they go, whoops, well, good thing I learned in health class that I can just get an abortion to deal with it.
In the opinions of Candace Owens, the availability of abortion options has created a massive rise in unprotected sexual activities, which has led to an increase in unwanted pregnancies, which the left is continuously pushing for with regards to abortion. According to Candace Owens, the right isn't to be blamed for the sexual indiscipline in the country. Most of it is as a result of the hedonistic messages being spread about by woke culture.
That before federally funded sex ed programs in school, which sprang up in the 1970s, and before Roe v. Wade in 1973, teenage pregnancy rates in this country were declining.
Candace explains that before the federally funded sexual education programs of the 1970s, teenage pregnancy was on an increasing decline. In her opinion, the exposure of young women to sexual elaboration and freedom is one big issue that has affected the rise in abortion. And Candace went further to call out Joy Behar and The View as one of the platforms that has led to this disorder in society.
Maybe what we on the right understand is that there is such a thing as sexually transmitted insanity, the normalization of non-committal sex, which is pervasive in our culture and in our schools, and it serves no one, least of all the young women who wind up pregnant and are pressured to make a life-altering emotional decision that is packaged to them as the responsible thing to do. I believe that you and the ladies that sit beside you contribute daily.
According to Candace Owens, impressionable young women are falling victim to people like Joy Behar and the rest of The View, who make it sound okay to have unprotected sex and take the route of abortion when a child is conceived. Candace Owens spoke on how these girls are lauded for their decisions to abort and deceived into thinking that it is the right thing to do by these woke media outlets.
Now let's hear from your co-host.
Do any of you men have any eggs or the possibility of carrying a fetus? How dare you talk about what a fetus wants? You have no idea.
Candace Owens finally gave time to listen to the elephant in the room. Whoopi Goldberg didn't fall short of expectations as she immediately went on a rampage, claiming that men have no right to have any comments on the issue of abortion because they obviously cannot carry a fetus, especially because they have no eggs. And any attempt from any male to speak on these issues is just disrespectful.
Now, I'm fine if you disagree with abortion. I have no problem with that. My problem comes when you tell me what I need to do with my doctor and my family. How dare you? How dare you?
All right, counterpoint to you, Whoopi Goldberg. Number 2.
Whoopi Goldberg ended her remark by claiming she had no problem with men having views against abortion. Still, only their stance with women choosing to abort their fetuses, and Candace seemed riled up to pull out a crushing comeback against Whoopi Goldberg.
Did you guys know back at home, by the way, that in 2017, Whoopi Goldberg received a GLAAD Media Award for executively producing a show called Strut? It was a transgendered modeling show. She won the award for speaking up for trans rights and against those trying to roll them back. Oopsies! This is why I love intersectionality.
Candace Owens is clearly onto something with her analysis of Whoopi Goldberg's statement, and by the time she is finished, it would be obvious Goldberg just shot herself in the foot with her woke comments.
Here we are in the middle of a vicious culture war where a bunch of men playing dress up and trying to convince people that they are women and can give birth, and they can chest feed, and here comes along Whoopi Goldberg, and she's so fired up about abortion that she accidentally tells the truth.
Even Whoopi Goldberg didn't see that coming. In her attempt to defend her stance on abortion, she clearly spoke the truth on the entire ideology behind the trans movement. Only women can carry children, but in Candace Owens' views, this basic fact has continued to be challenged by the woke culture of which Whoopi Goldberg supports wholeheartedly, but has now spoken against by claiming that men can't have fetus, negating the woke beliefs which asserts that trans women are women.
They say never get in the way of our enemies when they are making a mistake. They also say even a broken clock is right twice a day. I say thanks, Whoopi, for proving that even idiots are capable of understanding basic biology.
Candace Owens went all out against the pervasive peddling of woke culture on the issue of abortion. Her final remarks to the My Body, My Choice preaching of The View and other feminists analyzed the fact that if fathers are being required to be responsible for a child's life as they grow, regardless of the fact that the baby was carried in the womb 100% by the woman, they should have a say in what happens to that baby's life. And women shouldn't be excused from wanting to avoid the responsibility of birthing their children, conceived from their choice to have sex.
Telling them that they don't have to. Why should men step up when the message that is ringing out loud and clear from mainstream culture and media is that beyond sex, men have no responsibility or say in the lives of their children? I mean, how on earth can someone logically explain how a baby is 100% the property of a woman as it grows inside of her, then the moment that the baby is born, it requires a 50-50 split? Can a man stand before a judge at a child support hearing and say, Your Honor, it was her body, and it was therefore her choice to have this child?
Candace Owens refers to the instances of women refusing to take up the responsibility of birthing their children as being equal to a man refusing to step up to pay child support or take care and provide for their kids, just as men who do these are tagged deadbeat dads. Women who take the easy route of abortion should be tagged deadbeat mums too.
If a man is colloquially referred to as a deadbeat dad for taking no part or responsibility in a child's life as he or she grows up, then the same must also be true for a woman who wants no part or responsibility in a child's life as it grows inside of her. My body, my choice is a pervasive, deadbeat mom argument that accomplishes nothing but excusing too many men from stepping up to their most important role.
Candace Owens has consistently made it clear that she wouldn't be willing to give up her stand against the woke culture. Despite the media outrage over her comments, she has remained deviant against the backlash coming from the woke left. Her reaction to Whoopi Goldberg's statements and that of other members of The View is a clear indication of her unwavering stance against the woke culture. What do you think drives Candace Owens to stand so firmly against the woke culture despite all the backlash? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We would love to hear your take on her bold statements. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more honest discussions.